We live in a complex world. A world in which we're required to make many choices, but the most important choices we'll ever make are decisions regarding our health. Across the country, millions of women and men face an epidemic of obesity, depression, and other health-related issues. Holistic health professional Tracey LeBeau knows firsthand about the difficult challenges we face every day. Years ago, Tracey was overweight, sick, and determined to turn her life around. Over time, Tracey learned how to wisely manage her food choices and embrace a lifestyle that is conducive to happiness and well-being. Tracey's successful transformation inspired her to found In Pure Harmony, a company dedicated to the advancement of better health through natural and holistic methods.
Hi, I'm Tracey LeBeau, and I help women in their 30s, 40s, and 50s to lose weight naturally and permanently so that they can improve their mood, increase their energy, and be healthy. If you are the type of person who constantly has inner conflict about choices you make, not being able to lose weight, the way you look, body image, I'm here to tell you to stop. Americans today spend $2.5 trillion a year. $2.5 trillion a year. I need to say that twice because that's how much we spend every single year on healthcare. Interestingly enough, we, as an American society, are sicker than almost every modern country in the world. How can that be? We spend so much money on healthcare and yet we're sick. American women today are on medications for cholesterol, heart disease, diabetes, thyroid, you name it. Interestingly enough, that's not usually the reason women go on diets. Women do not usually go on diet to improve their health, get off medications, and live a higher quality of life. Most women go on diets because of body image, because they want to look better in their bathing suit or in the little black dress. And that's a good reason as well. However, the diet industry in 2009 generated $60.4 billion in revenue, and in 2010 generated $60.9 billion in revenue. We as an American country spent almost $61 billion 2 years in a row, for the last 2 years in a row, trying to lose weight and look better. However, why do we continue to spend that same money over and over and over again? It's a lot of money, it's a lot of time, and I think most of us are looking for the quick fix and the quick solution, and every new diet that comes out promises us to get closer to that. Nothing's a guarantee. However, diets should not be depriving, depressing, hard, or something that we consider torture and something we have to do but dread it. Diet should be the way you eat every day. A little bit about my story. Roughly 8 years ago, I was on medication for 6 different conditions, ranging from migraines to asthma to irritable bowel syndrome to allergies and more. My cholesterol was starting to go over 200 and I was 30 pounds overweight. I was unhappy with everything in general. I was unhappy with my job. I was unhappy with my home. I was unhappy with my marriage. I was unhappy all the time. I was a busy person. as most women in this age range are, in their 30s, 40s, and even in their 50s. I was working full-time, I was going to school full-time, and I had two very active boys in middle school and high school playing hockey, running track, doing all kinds of extracurricular activities, working jobs. Life was very hectic. And I didn't think I had time to take care of myself. I didn't even think about caring for myself. That wasn't my priority. As unhappy and as much anxiety as I was experiencing, I did not put myself first. That wasn't my priority. In that thought, what started me looking into holistic approaches to health was not about me. It was about a family member who had ADHD, and I was looking into ways to avoid medication and incorporate more natural approaches to reverse or eliminate the symptoms of ADHD. I had in my mind that there was something that wasn't right that could be fixed rather than medicating, and somehow that person would never learn how to adjust and how to take care of themselves and how to deal with things if they were just relying on a pill to fix their problems. The more I researched holistic approaches to health and the more I read, the more I started to make that connection to say, how can I help myself in the same way? How can I look at food, look at nutrition, look at self-care for healing myself? Because I certainly wasn't going in a forward direction with all those medications I was on. I was going backwards. I was going to get more and more and more medications based on the history of my family, the history I had with depression and anxiety and all of the other things I talked about. I didn't see it getting better unless I learned how to take control and fix things myself. And I knew by what I was reading and what I was learning, it wasn't going to be discipline, depriving myself, forcing myself. That wasn't going to work. Looking at lifestyle and health from a holistic approach means looking at everything in your life and seeing how does it affect me on a day-to-day basis. How does the food I consume help me or hurt me? Because it all does one or the other. Your body either knows what to do with something that you've just eaten or it doesn't. And if it's a whole plant-based food, natural food, as close to its whole form as possible, your body knows exactly what to do. It knows exactly what nutrient to take and where to send it and what it's supposed to do for you. When you're eating processed foods, when you're eating a lot of fried foods, when you're eating a lot of foods that aren't good for you or that are developed and generated in a laboratory or somewhere else, your body has no idea what it is or where it came from, and it sends out all kinds of warnings. It could cause inflammation, it causes overweight, it leads to all kinds of conditions that we want to avoid that could decrease the quality of our life as we get older. So I'm here to tell you that being a busy mom at the time in her 30s, now going into my 40s, that you can live the life you want, you can have the body that you feel good in, you can learn to be happy for everything in your life. I went from being miserable with everything and taking everything that I had for granted to being grateful every single day for everything that I have. It was like I went from one room to another room and saw this light coming right over my life and saying, where's that light been all these years?